So let's switch gears now. There's a company I don't know that we've talked about much, if at all, in the past, Brian, Novo Nordisk. The company is primarily known for its diabetes drugs. However, Novo Nordisk announced this week that it's buying Prothena's ATTR uh, cardiomyopathy program for up to $1.2 billion. So what should investors know about this deal, and why is the company jumping into this rare disease market?
Yeah, so the drug, the code name there is PRX004, is ready to enter phase 2 clinical trials. The phase 1 seemed to only look at safety, so I don't think they have much in terms of efficacy data to know whether this drug is working. ATTR is caused by the buildup of TTR protein in the nervous system or the cardiovascular system. Novo Nordisk is planning on focusing on the cardiomyopathy version. The deal is valued up to 1.2 billion, but Novo is only paying 100 million in upfront and near-term clinical milestone payments. So it's not that much money from Novo Nordisk is taking. The risk that they're taking financially is not really that big. In terms of rare diseases, Novo Nordisk, you're right, they're largely focused on diabetes, but they do have some experience in rare disease. They sell hemophilia treatments, and they sell some growth hormone treatments that I don't think are used by that many patients. I think a continued move into rare diseases is probably good, but I wonder if there's too much competition here in the ATTR space. Pfizer has a drug, it's called Vanquil or Vandamax, depending on the dosage. That's used for the cardiomyopathy version. Alnylam and Ionis Pharmaceuticals both have treatments for the neurological version that they're both trying to expand into the cardiomyopathy version. And I think there's a few other drugs in development that are ahead of PRX004 as well. So I'd like to see Novo Nordisk get a sort of definitive answer on whether the drug is competitive quickly. And so, if it's going to fail, it needs to fail fast, and then it won't waste money both on the clinical trial and, a large phase 3 clinical trial, as well as having to pay the Prothena money for the drug if it can exit quickly if it's not going to work.
And Brian, you mentioned something that's important for investors to always focus on with deals like this. While you'll see the headline number, Novo Nordisk planning to acquire this company for $1.2 billion, it's actually up to $1.2 billion. As you said, Novo is only paying $100 million up front.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty small amount, and the biggest problem is that most of the time those milestone payments aren't broken out, so investors have a hard time, especially when you're on the receiving end. Well, both, I guess, when you're on the receiving end and when you own the company that's licensing or acquiring a drug. You don't know exactly how much where the payments are going to come. Are they mostly tied to sales, or are they mostly tied to early development, and that can change the whether it's a good deal or not for both sides.
Generally speaking, though, I do like to see when a big drug maker is making a deal, if they can structure it in a way that it's less upfront and more contingent upon success. I like those kind of deals.
Yeah, I mean that's good deals for the large drug makers. It's not necessarily good deals for the biotechs. The biotechs would generally like more upfront. Although if they're well capitalized, sometimes you'll see drug makers take small amounts upfront for a bigger amount in the if you want 500 million upfront, you drop that down to 100 million, you can ask for a lot more than 400 million based on success because it's risk adjusted, right? So you can take less upfront and actually end up getting more total in the deal if the drug is a success.